Guys, we got our side as a guest. He's throwing a Fullerton event coming up. You want to talk about it a little bit, our side? You got some echo, but hopefully we can trudge through this echo. Go ahead.
I got the echo on my end?
Yeah. We can hear echo on your end. But if you can hear yourself without an echo, then that's better.
Oh, can the YouTube hear? Is YouTube hearing me with an echo as well?
No. Your YouTube is clean.
Okay. All right. No, so yeah, I'm Ivan. I go by our side, founder of Lost Art. We're an art and sound collective out here in Orange County, California, and we're throwing an event this August 5th in downtown Fullerton. It's BYOB, Bring Your Own Blockchain, DGENFT 2023. And I mean, we got quite a few details in regards to the event. One of the differences that, I like to push is that it's a free event. We're trying to break down the barriers of entry into crypto, into Web3, into NFTs. And one way we're doing it is by providing a free event. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars. You don't have to pay hundreds of dollars. And some of the feedback that I've heard from other events was that those events were a bit too enterprisey, and not too much art was involved. So that's one thing we're trying to do. We're trying to fuse this in with the arts. We're going to have live performances. We're going to have an art competition. We're going to have our own art gallery. And the reasons these things are put in place are not just to fuse, the arts into blockchain and really, connect with the people in the community, but to also entice people walking by. So it is in downtown Fullerton, right in the heart where the bars, the restaurants are at. And we're trying to invite people with the music, with the art, come check it out. And we want them to speak with our project sponsors. I want them to know about our sponsors. We have XPectArt as our main sponsor. They have a table reserved. We got LFGO, we got Junkies, Terror Teddies, Dope Stilo Music Club, Crypto Homies from Ethereum. So we do have XRPL and Ethereum confirmed. And again, as we continue this going forward into next year, we're trying to continue to add more blockchains onto the list. The event is happening on Saturday, again, August 5th. Doors open from 3 to 8. And then sort of after that, we're all just going to head to downtown Fullerton, continue the DGEN vibes, continue networking, continue, talking to each other and continue networking. In regards to some of the activities within the actual art gallery, we do have a featured artist this year, and it's Yona of Yona Gallery. And she actually shipped a dope-ass painting, dope-ass frame that I received a couple of days ago. And we're going to be having a silent auction for that, as well as a few other additional prints. We're going to have NFTs up for sale. We're going to place a few XRPL NFTs on our art gallery, where if you actually purchase it, you actually get to keep the print along with the frame. But that sort of summarizes, what we're trying to do. I was born and raised here in Orange County, California, so I took the time to reach out to individuals on a one-on-one basis. I really dislike that copy-paste type of thing, so I'm really trying to cater quality in regards to the different, sponsors. We have XRPL, we have ETH, but we also have the Metaverse. We also have art projects. We also have digital NFT projects. We got music projects. So I'm trying to provide a wide range of information to visitors when it comes to trying to onboard onto this technology and into this Web3 space that we call.
Beautiful.
But yeah.
So guys, get your tickets. DGen NFT 2023 coming up, Fullerton, California. If you can make it, August 5th.
Links in the description,
5th, guys.
Oh, one thing I do want to say is we do have live performances. Dope Stilo Music Club, they're going to be our headliner. They actually have a table. They're from the Ethereum blockchain. They do music NFTs, with their collective. We also have Words or Less, and we're going to have XRP Let Me in the house as well. So super excited.
Nice.
We got performances, guys, coming up. Our side, go hit follow on Twitter, our side, and then check out the, is it a website, right? Our side, OC Lost Art.
Yeah, that's our Twitter handle as well, where everything's getting pushed out. Twitter is OC Lost Art. Everything's being pushed out through there. The R site's my personal page. So sort of, with my own personal thoughts, but definitely trying to cater quality for everybody. I want to encourage, people to show up with their projects, repping their projects, the projects that they support. I want to see who pulls up, right? Again, this is BYOB. It's not just, for ETH or XRPL. This is for anybody. Bring your own blockchain and, represent. Really onboard and share the information with new attendants. I know I'm personally invited a whole bunch of family and friends. A lot of them with misconceptions on NFTs and it's a pyramid scheme and this is that, this is this. I don't trust it, and sort of trying to break down those barriers by introducing a real life event in Orange County compared to LA. I believe Orange County is untapped market, and I sort of want to, being that I'm from here, I sort of want to tap into that market myself.
Nice. Mark Hendricks, California to Florida, XRP parties coast to coast. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good stuff. So we got Gary Gensler on the proverbial chopping block. I don't know what's going on. People are talking he got fired. People are saying he quit. I don't know what's going on.
They said he resigned. But they're saying that was fake news.
Yeah, they're saying it's fake. Our side, man, I just hit you up on Twitter, bro. I added you.
Dope. But, I'll do the same thing.
Shout out to the chat.
Is this your first event, our side, that you're throwing?
So, yes and no. First event with the Lost Art Collective with our business that we have going on. I have thrown a few events with AOM FAD. All of my friends are DJs here local in Orange County. I've been doing that I did that a few times with them. Last year sort of was the initiation for what DGENFT 2023 is. We just had a meetup in Fullerton at I think it was Golden Road, and only a few of us showed up. Now we're all great friends. That's sort of how it started. And being that, again, I've wanted to go to XRP Las Vegas. I believe XRP Bags was there. I know you had an after party there. I wanted to go to all these bunch of events, right? But the pricing is a bit too much at times, especially if you are a creator, you do have a business, and you're trying to do something. You sort of have to manage your money in a proper way. And don't get me wrong, those events, they come in handy when it comes to networking. Shout out to Hamza. I was able to meet him in XRPLA. Was able to meet a few other people. Dirk showed up, as well as Wrath of Nations, Wrath of Wings. So those events definitely help sort of establish the community in the sense of who's around, who's building where, and sort of you get to tap into people, right? I was able to connect with Bags. He's a cool dude. Now I'm over here in his YouTube channel. Super appreciative of that. It's an honor to be in here, and it's like that event sort of plants the seed for a lot of growth.
Yeah, we actually got our own free event coming up in Florida too, August 18th.
Oh shit! Same month. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. California to Florida.
Now tell me about that. First time hearing about it.
We're having a meetup out in Daytona, Florida, out in 509 Lounge. We're just gonna have a free meetup for the East Coast people. We're not gonna be doing no performances or anything like that. Just chill out and meet up and hang out and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, meetups are always fun, bro.
East side to the west side.
Yeah, guys, come on out. I think it's like a $10 door charge. Club 509 Daytona Beach. Let's go.
Oh, $10? I can't afford that, bro. I'm not going out there.
You can't do it. You're done. Yeah.
Wayside Soldier, man. What up, dude? You be giving out some good ass energy, man. Appreciate you.
He's got that aloha energy, bro. Aloha. Yeah. Aloha, Wayside. Yeah.
We
also it means hello. It means goodbye. It means I love you.
Wayshin in the building.
So, quick question: if you have a new creator who wants to do NFTs on the XRP blockchain, what is your advice to them?
Me, the new creator. I would say the key word right there is new. I would say make sure you write down all your ideas, but more importantly, just sit back and learn. Tap into Twitter Spaces, tap into communities, tap into Discord, and observe and learn and take as much information and knowledge that you can. Um, you have no idea how much I've learned from people's successes and people's failures, specifically seeing the way how some projects run, how they manage their communities, how they manage their social media. It's you'll be able to see what's working and what isn't by what people are doing. I would say focus on the strategy, focus on community. At the end of the day, if you have I guess if you don't pay your dues, then you don't have no rep in a sense, right? You want to get yourself out there as a creator. You want to legitimize yourself as a dope creator, and that takes time. You gotta be patient, and just step at a time. Keep grinding. At times, you may be the only believer in what you have going, but if you're at those times, it's sort of you need to reach that point in order to know you're doing something right, in my opinion. So patience, and just learn from others what people are doing in the space. That'd be my number one advice.
Okay, I got one last question. It's the most controversial of them all. Do you have any XRP?
Oh, calling me out like that. I'll answer that in a directly way. XRPL was how I got onboarded into the crypto space. It was sort of where I started looking into the technology, what blockchain distributed technology was, how it worked with the validators, UNL, the transactions, the benefits, disadvantages of the ledger. And obviously, if you want to participate in the ecosystem, you sort of need the resources to participate, right? I do collect NFTs.
You sound like Gary Gensler right now. You sound like Gary. That was yes or no. Do you got a bag? Shake the bag.
Answer the question.
I did have to purchase XRP for sure to be able to participate in the ecosystem.
That's what's up, brother. That's what's up, man.
Shit,
I got you guys in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to the chat. We got almost 200 heads up in there. Make sure to smash them likeys. Drop a subscribe. Hit that bell. Every Sunday, 10:05, the extra bullish hour. We got a quick video here. Former U.S. Army Douglas McGregor does not believe that the U.S. will have an election in 2024. He also predicts the dire financial situation in which the banks will remain closed for a number of weeks.
Woohoo! Logically, you're absolutely right. I don't think we'll ever get to the 2024 election. I think things are going to implode in Washington before then. I think our economic financial condition is fragile. It's going to come home to roost in ugly ways. I will tell you, I don't know exactly how it will happen. I think we're going to end up in a situation where we find out the banks are closed for 2 or 3 weeks and nobody can get into them.
You think so?
I think we're going to run into something like that, yeah. I also think that the levels of violence and criminality in our cities is so high that it's going to spill over into other places in society. People that normally think they can live remote from the problem are now beginning to be touched by the problem. Then I look at this thing in Ukraine. I think Ukraine is going to lose catastrophically. It's going to be a complete collapse. And that, too, is going to have an effect here at home because people are going to say, well, wait a minute. Everybody told us Ukraine was winning. Everybody told us X, Y, and Z. I mean, it's sort of the Russian hoax on steroids. All of those things are going to come together or converge in some way that's going to prevent us from reaching, the status quo. Oh, another election. Oh, another set of campaigns and so forth.
Bullish. I don't know about you guys, but that's bullish. We've been waiting for that for years. Come on, let's go. The remote people will be touched by the problem.
Hey, but it's not closed.
Yeah. Well, when you got like externals and who's that? A general? That was a general, right?
Yeah.
Who was that guy? General. He's saying that. When you got guys like that saying that publicly,
Douglas McGregor.
There you go.
That's a scary thought when you got a general just talking like that. That's not your
just
average
talking
slow.
Like that. Yeah. Well, he said a few weeks. Like I honed in on the bank thing. A few weeks, bro. Like that's gonna be chaos for a few weeks. I was thinking maybe the shutdown, the reset, whatever happens, will be like a week tops, because them soccer moms need their Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, 3 weeks without Starbucks, bro.
We got Lenny in the
Everybody's
building.
gonna be a Karen.
I tell you, the person
Lemmy,
who
what
also
up,
look
player?
at the lizard lady.
Hey,
Janet Yellen.
Silver and Gold asked 5,000 XRP good bag. Enough? Question mark? Yeah, dude. I think it's all about how long you plan on. If you're more of the end game, 5,000 is enough. I mean, I'd keep getting more, but I mean, even if you had 10,000, if you're trying to come up on a $20 XRP, 10,000 ain't enough. So it's more how you plan on getting out, and be slow at getting out. You know, I always look at it as 5,000 is 500 grabs, or 10 grabs at 500. You could take 500 coins out 10 times. So as long as you use it wisely, it's enough.
How up to date is that chart right there that you have on?
Say that again?
How up to date is that chart that you have up?
This one should be up to date. I know it was down a couple, like a week ago. It went down, and it looks like the wallets have dropped. So, but that's kind of weird too. Like, how did the wallets drop? People deleted that many accounts.
Consolidation and closing. Consolidation.
Well, I remember at the Apex, we met the guy who took over the rich list again. So it used to be updated by Weetse Win, which is the like top guy at Ripple Labs, right? Or one of those. And it was Weetse Win that he forgot the project, or he dropped the project, the rich list. And there was another gentleman that was at Apex that we had met in person that took over this project. So I'm assuming that this is fairly updated. You know what I mean? And the numbers have gone up, man. The wallets used to be like, what, 1 million? Now it's like 4 million. Sorry, go ahead.
Go back to the blow up where 5,000's at on the rich list.
In between 5 and 10%.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Got a bag, baby. He got a bag, baby.
Ooh.
Hey, you play that long game. I'll tell you what
you gonna
walk into your previous place of employment and just buy the place and fire your old boss. Actually, you probably demote him just to be horrible about the game. You know, just take a 10% pay cut for him and make him keep his job.
That's right. Man,
it'll lick your eyes like a lizard person just to freak them all out.
Shout out to Chorus X. Have 1 month bills and cash in-house, including food budget. Chorus X is switching over to Shockwave, guys. Set up your trust lines. Let's go.
Yep.
We got a new coin, and instead of it being CX1, remember the faucet back in the day, guys, from Chorus X? We now have Shockwave. Are you giving away free coins? What are we doing? Shout out to you, Chorus X. Now it's Shockwave, guys. Look for Shockwave on Twitter.
They rebranded
that trust line.
They rebranded, so please retweet so people don't think Chorus X disappeared or rug pulled. They just rebranded Shockwave.
That's beautiful.
Let's go.
We also got FedNow launching late July.
Now let's talk about this FedNow thing. How is this going to impact the regular everyday person? How is FedNow going to impact them?
I don't think it's going to impact. I mean, the regular Joe Blows, they don't care how their shit settles. You know, if we, you know, FedNow connects crypto and we settle differently, people don't care about that. The people in here care about it.
You're right.
The people that are using debit cards, we've already been digitized, bro. Everyone's digital. When I'm in the store, ain't no one paying cash. They could talk all this shit about cash this. No one's paying cash.
Sometimes
where's all this cash at?
You know what I'm saying? Frustrating at times.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they already got it on digits. Like, it's just not tokenized. You know?
So are we going to start seeing bellmen, like, you know, at the Bellagio and all these different hotels where, you know, you go check in, and they're going to have like a QR code for us to send them crypto? Are they going to be trying to still take cash?
Little tip. Nah, the bellhop will probably be a normal Joe, and then he'll probably take cash. We'll still have cash. You know what I mean? It might be a Apple Pay embedded in his skin.
You're gonna have strippers gonna have QR codes tattooed on their thighs, and then you know this shit is off and popping when the strippers are collecting. Yeah, there's some address tattooed on them and shit. Oh man, you can't make it up.
So so we got Lemmy at the event, the DGen event. Is Lemmy playing? Is that what I heard correctly? Our side?
Yeah, he's gonna be performing as a set at the event.
Lemmy's our homie, bro. Lemmy's legit, bro. Shout out Lemmy.
Yeah, what up, Lemmy?
I'm excited to meet him and see him perform. Definitely excited for that.
Nice.
Chorus X says there'll be a swap.
Beautiful. So what about Brandon? Did Brandon get extinct or what? There's a lot of hubbub going on Twitter, bro. Twitter's on fire right now. It's nuts.
We got a quick super chat from Oliver. He says, am I gonna mop the rocket ship floor with some XRP?
With 50,000 XRP. Hey, 50,000. You might get promoted off the mop with 50,000.
We'll set up like a camping chair.
Bag,
you can just chill in that camping chair. If you're nice, we'll give you a cup holder.
Or this is what's going to happen. Like I told the story a couple of weeks ago. You're going to be mopping the floor, and you're going to have 5,000 XRP, and people are going to be talking at a table, and you're going to be like, "Yeah, I own a little bit of XRP," and there are and most people won't get it, right? And then one person will look at you and be like, "Well, what's your bag look like?" And you're going to be like, "I think a little over 5," right? And then everybody in the room will dismiss you, except for that one person. He's going to look at you in front of everybody. He or she will look at you in front of everybody and say, "What are you doing here?" And then you'll giggle like, "Yeah, I need something to do." That literally happened to me with a guy in Cardano in a meeting getting audited by the government, by some FAA people. He had so much Cardano, I looked at him, I was like, "What are you doing here?" And dude looked at me like, "Yeah, I need something to do." He said, "I need something to do." That's going to be you.
We got Vitalik not taking his ETH because he doesn't think it's safe.
Yeah, Vitalik saying that he doesn't stake his ETH. And then there's another video too, another dude saying the same thing. Let's check this out.
Probably the biggest reason why I personally am not like just staking all of my ETH and I'm instead like staking a fairly small portion is because if you stake your ETH, it has to be on like the keys that access it have to be public on some system that's online, and like for safety it has to be a multi-sig, and multi-sigs for staking are still fairly difficult to set up. It gets complicated in a bunch of ways. Probably the biggest reason.
Then we got another one from an Ethereum insider, says he doesn't stake much ETH because he knows too much about the real risk involved.
Personally, I'm staking actually a little bit less than the average. So there you go.
What's the incentive? Why aren't you staking all of your Ether? Like, why haven't you just aped all the way in?
I think part of the reason is that when you make the sausage, you know how it's made. And there's a bunch of tail risk, that is difficult to quantify. Personally, I'm staking actually a little bit less than.
That's crazy. I don't even know what to say. That's shocking. That they got crappy software code? No. I'm just saying.
If you know how the sausage is made.
If you got ETH, you may want to trade that out. I'm just saying.
Alex says Puma doesn't want to work anymore.
It's unsafe.
Alex said you don't want to work no more.
Yeah. You know what? That is equivalent to the head of Boeing says, "Nah, I take the train. I don't fly too much."
That's like saying, "Nah, I can't use my XRP. This shit won't go through."
Like that's big. That's big. That should have dropped the price automatically. That should have been instant liquidization.
I don't think it's smart to stake to stake your whole bag. Like, I will never stake my whole bag. I don't give a shit how secure they say it is. I ain't putting my whole bag anywhere unless you start doing it out of the wallets themselves. That's different. But you know, rich people don't use all their money to create income. So, you know, you should use maybe 10% if you want to stake, but you ain't gonna. Nobody uses 100% of their income, of what they're worth, to make income. It's just so.
Shit, if the lead developer, the lead coder ain't doing it, ain't touching it, shit.
No, that's bad. But at the same time, that's a big ass bag too, you know. But at least they ain't lying about it, I guess. So this shit's about to pop off, man. Like in the next few months, it's about to get crazy. You can just feel it. But that general was bullish earlier, man. You know, just hopefully it doesn't get too crazy out here.
You know you're a sheep if you got scared by the general.
Yeah.
Hella funny. Shout out to you guys out there. Appreciate you. This is the Extra Bullish Hour. 262 in the chat. We love you guys. Raise up your bags. It's about to go down. Let's go. We've been Emanate for a while, guys. We got our side on chat. We got the DGENFT live event in Fullerton, 2023, August 5th. Show up, guys. If you're in SoCal or you're near SoCal, go hit it up. We also got another event with Bagman, myself, and the whole Blue Crew out in the East Coast, Florida, Daytona, August 18th. That's a Friday. And we're going to be doing it at 509 Lounge. Daytona, Florida meetup, August 18th. Let's go.
Let's go. Bring your bathing suits. Bring your bucket hats.
Bathing suits, bucket hats, Hawaiian shirts. Let's go. So our side, you got anything for your viewers, bro? I know you got people watching right now. What do you got, bro? What do you got? You got some cool stuff going on?
Man, I have the reveal coming out for the NFT. So we do have an NFT that's coming out for the actual event. We're revealing that July 5th on Wednesday, 12 p.m. We're going to be hosting a space, DGENFT. We're going to have a few of our sponsors in there, and we're going to be revealing it. I'll shoot the alpha here. So the NFT will be free for attendance and for our sponsors. It's something that we want to, you know, give for free, that we just for our token of appreciation for attending. But before that, before the event, we will be selling the NFTs. We'll be putting them on the market for those who want to support what we're doing, who, you know, would want to, just put a little bit to continue supporting the event going forward. DGENFT is a free event, and you know, it's my hope is for it to continue to be free for the people. I want it to be the onboarding event for people in SoCal. Every year you got thousands of kids getting jobs, graduating high school, graduating college, and as this, I see this, you know, catching mainstream with NFTs, collectibles, with major brands jumping in, with metaverses, you know, starting to get traction, and them utilizing NFTs. I do see this in the foreseeable future where it comes mainstream. I do want this to continue to be a recurring event. I told all of the sponsors I'm excited for this event, but this event this year is really the stepping stone for next year. Being able to capture the recap video of all the projects that showed up, of the people who support the projects and brought their own merch, you know, their own projects to rep. Show the recap video, you know, what we're doing and put it on in real life. So the NFTs, I'll have to go back to the NFT. We will be showcasing that on Wednesday. I'm super excited about that. Huge shout out to Word Turtle. He's the artist that we worked with for this specific NFT. He executed flawlessly. Mad love to him. Super appreciative of what he did for us. But man, I'm excited for the event. I'm excited for the people who already sort of confirmed. We're about 70% booked as far as the capacity for the event. We do have tickets for double the capacity. It is at a first come first serve. We have tote bags. We're gonna have free goodie bag, where if you show up, the first 100 people, you're gonna be able to have some stickers, some wristbands, and just be able to take advantage of it the most. It's gonna be in the summertime. We have some cold beer, some cold wine. Shout out to Four Winds Winery. They're our sponsor for the wine this year. Super dope people with Mauda. Shout out to her. I know Ray's gonna be there from Link 2. Excited to meet him. Sid from NFA Crypto Homies. Huge fan of the homies. Definitely gotta give them a shout out. Got my own collectibles right here. But no, man. I think the biggest thing we have going on next would be the reveal for the NFT. I think people are definitely gonna dig it. Put a lot of time in it. We went a month over our estimated timeline.
I got a question.
Nice.
I got a question.
Do it,
I gotta
do it, bro.
I'm like the CNN reporter, psych, out of hell. But anyway, all right, real quick. What are your top 5 cryptos? We need 5 of them. Off the top of your head. What you got for
Top
number 1?
of my head. Now, well, this is a tricky one because I can come from a user perspective or I can come from a business.
Man, you sounded like Gary Gensler again. No Gary Gensler.
I'm gonna have to say.
Just so you know, our side. This is the inaugural hazing. We got to do it to everybody who comes on new.
I have to say, XRPL for sure. Stellar Network for sure. Hedera for sure. When it comes to liquidity, I have to put ETH. I have to put ETH in there for being one of the mothers of crypto. I tapped into ETH specifically to support some NFTs by Method Man and Crypto Homies. I was sort of forced into that, but definitely dig. I like using it.
Hold on, stop right there. You said you were forced to do Method Man NFTs, so y'all know what not to buy because he just said it. But anyway,
I just show love to the projects that I wanted to support, right? Whether they're on the Ethereum blockchain, I can't hate it because from a business perspective, it's sort of where the liquidity is, and
Gary, you got one left. You got one left.
My last one. Damn.
What was that last one?
Let me see. So I said XRPL, Hedera.
He's looking for that wallet for the pump, y'all. He's looking at his wallet.
Yeah. I would have to.
Damn, bro.
I'll say Algo. I'll go around.
Okay, you said Algo. Okay.
Drop your top 5s in the chat.
Nothing wrong with that.
Drop your starting 5.
Hey, no. He's all right. But you can tell that ETH is on his heart, boy, when he had to stop and think about that project.
Our side's got a chair on the spaceship, bro. Our side's already got a chair, a real one, set up, bro. He's on. He ain't mopping no floors on the spaceship.
I like that. XDC, XLM, Flare, XRP, Bags. Shit. I like that.
Yeah, that's sexy. That's sexy.
Yeah.
But
who's transitioning their bet into XRP?
If I have to spend lunch and dinner just to send NFTs to somebody, that's crazy. Like I love my food. I rather get myself some hot Cheetos shit.
Adam says XRP, XLM. John Connor says XRP.
All in.
Let's go.
Hey, what did you got?
Well, I was just going to say, it's indicative, man, of like awesomeness when we can get all the communities together. I know I like to talk about how Ether's a scam and shit like that. Guys, I love you. I've had Ether. I've played with Ether. I've had to use Ether for years. We all have. But it's nice to have our side in here and his whole crew. So thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you, guys.
What's this?
Vitalik brought the smoke first, though. He sent out some tweets. But
we got Charles Hodgkinson. Let's go.
Look who just joined the Grand Conspiracy.
Bureaucrat's gonna bureaucrat, starting to believe this free pass thing a little bit, starting to feel that way. I got some sympathy for you XRP guys. Yeah, I'm being pushed into that corner. I really am. I don't know about that. a little cray-cray. Anyway.
All of a sudden.
Damn, straight admission, bro. Hoskinson.
Wasn't he calling us conspiracy theorists like a month ago?
Grand conspiracy about ETHgate. He was talking about ETHgate and grand conspiracy, yeah. And now he's on board.
Did you guys see
Let's go.
the influx of bandwagons to the XRP ledger like about 2 weeks ago and shit? Did you guys see that?
The bandwagon?
XRP out Twitter spaces now.
Let me tell you something about that guy. That guy met with what's her name, Maxine Waters 2 years ago. Him, Coinbase, all those people kissed the ring, paid the bag to him. Now look what happened to him. Y'all remember that? You can Google it. Maxine Waters and the Senate meets with like Coinbase. It was Coinbase, Binance, Algorand. It was a whole bunch of people they met with. They had 2 meetings, one in front of the public and one in the background. They all bow down and kiss the ring. They thought they were good. But here comes Gary.
I remember Maxine Waters blowing kisses to SBF, bro.
Gary said, "You ain't kiss my ring."
Hey, whatever, that worked because now they're trying to open it back up.
Yep,
bro. Yeah, I call Maxine Waters Sebulba from Star Wars. That's what I call her. If you know, you know.
We're coming up on the top of the hour, guys. I wanted to go ahead and show this quick video here from Notorious XRP. Stay focused on what's being built and don't get distracted from the truth.
We're building outside the U.S. very rapidly, given the opportunities we see, but we're not going to go kind of off-piste and try to chase shiny things this year. There's no room or time for that with this kind of environment.
In terms of, you mentioned CBDCs is on your radar. In what regard, how are you helping out with that?
Absolutely. We have an interesting approach. We realize we're not going to solve that problem for every single central bank around the world. We're very targeted. We found great interest in some of the smaller central banks around the world that are looking for a strategy, looking for a partner, looking for a technology, a side blockchain, ideas about how to go about this. So we had our first MOU signed with the Kingdom of Bhutan in my neck of the woods back in Asia. Palau is an example, but we're in conversations with dozens of central banks around the world trying to figure out the best way to help them across this goal.
They want to use XRP or Ripple Labs or to develop it?
They want to use technologies that will help them help their own citizens. And so we don't believe there's any one solution for all these central banks in this technology across the world. There's places we can play. There may be a side chain to the XRP ledger. We may help in the interoperability across this, but it's going to be different at every single central bank.
You guys have weathered a lot of noise over the last couple of years. What does 2023 look like for the organization and the uptake of XRP and Ripple in general?
Sure. Well, we're excited about 2023. We'll continue to hire, but selectively. We're not naive to the fact that the macro environment is continuing to be challenged. We'll continue to focus internationally. We've been doing that for some time. Brad, all of us are out there talking about that piece of it, so the international build will continue. We need to get our core business right and continue to grow that dramatically. And then focus, as I mentioned, on other important initiatives like CBDCs, carbon credits, and make sure that we don't get too distracted with too many new exciting things that would take away from kind of proving the use case in the big business. So, but it's a great way to start the year. I mean, it's the 19th of January today. We are here at another conference last week in Switzerland, Davos this week. It feels like we're out of the gate strong with the agenda. Our teams are building and excited, and so I feel great about how the year's kicked off, despite the noise and macro and obviously very challenging environment.
At large, but again, if you just focus on companies that are solving real problems, certainly Ripple had a record 2022. We'd rather see crypto do well at large, but we had a great year, signed up more and more customers and more volume going through our payment rails.
And in terms of your outlook for 2023, we've seen a bit of a bump for Bitcoin in the crypto markets. Are you expecting that to continue, or is it just a little bit of false hope?
Well, I've tried to stay out of the short-term price prediction on all things Bitcoin, or crypto in general. I'm long-term very bullish because I think these are technologies that can solve real problems at scale, and I think when you have kind of new emerging technologies, not dissimilar than frankly the internet and kind of the dot-com bubble, sometimes the hype gets ahead of the reality that comes into balance over time. But we shouldn't forget, really not that long ago, 21 years ago, Amazon during the dot-com bubble almost went out of business. So the fact that you're seeing some changes in the crypto world, I think, can be healthy for the long-term health of the industry.
Shout out to the notorious XRP with the fire videos.
Yeah, that was good, man.
That was a good one.
Fire videos, bro. I love it.
Yeah, we need Notorious back. He used to drop like those movies every week or two. They was pretty sick.
He's like, we're going to focus on CBDCs and carbon credits and keep the big business interested. Like
he said he's bullish too.
Bullish. Remember, dude, remember, we had that infographic, the light will shine on the truth in 2023. It's only July 2nd. Let's go.
Single digit month.
Play Honey Buns said XRP and NSA origins. Should we worry? Ooh. I don't know if you see that comment. I think David Schwartz is the tied to the NSA, but I see the NSA as the good side, man. I think it comes down to, like, if you believe, I believe a good outcome. Like, I want XRP obviously to go up. I do not want to go in a bad system. So I hope I think it's this simple, man. If Trump and Schwartz are bad guys, we are all fucked. Straight up. Those two men.
Yeah.
It's that simple. But I don't think they're bad guys.
I will tell you all this. Stack your
And
XRP.
it's literally that simple. Like, and the fact that XRP is not on an exchange right now, exchanges are about to get some heat. And XRP is completely separated. And it's just it's not all by chance, man. It's a grand scheme, man. You can't make it up. So you got Garlinghouse talking about, clarity and corruption. I mean, they've been, what's the word when you put everything out in front in the open? I can't think of the word, but he's just a mouthpiece. What's that? Yeah. Berserk?
They have to tell us what they're doing out in the public.
Yeah.
And
but what's it called? Like the opposite of corruption when you put everything. Transparency, dude. You got him. Transparency. He knows what he's doing. He's been saying the same shit for 2 years. Because a lot of shit's about to go down. And it goes back to the first general. So it's the red pill. Like, it's connecting everything. Shit's about to hit the fan with this corruption. And people think it can't change. It's about to change. You're about to witness it. And it's going to spur a mass awakening. Everyone's not waking up to get screwed over, I don't believe. And that's what doesn't make sense, Because they woke up a bunch of people. To screw them? Are you serious? That's dangerous. Get ready, man. We about to take off out of here.
Because we about to boom soon.
Let's go. Shake them bags, everyone. What do you got, Fuma? What do you got, bro?
I'm extra bullish all the time. I will tell you, stack these bags, go with the ISO coins, start out with the XRP and keep going to ISO 222 coins. Go to your cold storage wallet, get you a decent, go on there. If you got a ledger, keep using it. Just be careful with it and keep going. You see the banks collapsing. They use fractional reserves, which is crazy. If you guys look into that, that's beyond crazy. Loaning out more money than you have at a 1-to-12 ratio is stupid. If me and you did it, we'd be called fraud, Ponzi scheme, all that kind of craziness. So the people telling you not to do one thing are doing it and making up dollars as they go. So I tell you, keep stacking these bags and just wait. Just wait.
They're trying to scare us with France, too. We got France going on right now. It's nutty. Yeah. Bro, something's going to go down sooner and later, for sure.
So all I tell you is this. If you really want to know the numbers, look at Bitcoin, what their numbers are at their peak and what they are now. Look where they started. Look how clunky the software is. And then look at XRP and XLM. And it becomes apparent it's a better utility to use. If you got the time to wait for it, wait till that big boom. So if you took your bags right now and multiply it by 30K, what do you have? you know, in the future, that's what you're going to have. Can you be patient? That's the key.
What you got our side coming up on the top of the hour here?
I just want to give you a big thank you for letting me be on your platform, bro. When it comes to this crypto scenario, do your research, look into the technology, what each one has to bring, and, you know, take the shot, make the call. You want to participate, you definitely have to purchase, you know, and test it out and sort of, you know, get some information before you act. I would like to invite everybody listening and viewing, pull up to DGENFT 2023, August 5th, Saturday. Big shout out to all of our sponsors being put on by 32 sponsors. Thank you guys. Give us a follow at OC Lost Start on Twitter if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest news, and, you know, pull up on Wednesday for the NFT review. Again, XRP Bags, all of you guys, thank you guys. Really do appreciate it, man.
Hit the link down below, GGen NFT 2023. We'll see you out in Cali. You got anything for us, Berserker?
Nah, bro, I appreciate you having us on. Shout out to the chat, 265 in the chat. We love you guys dearly. Happy 4th coming up. Also, come out, check out the DGen event, August 5th. That's a Saturday. And check us out on the East Coast in Daytona, August 18th. That's a Friday. Let's go. We got coffee time coming up, guys. Appreciate you watching.
Yeah, we got coffee time right after this, 11:11 with Berserker, Uncle Buster. I think Buster has some things going on, so he might be dipping out early, but it's an open platform if you guys want to jump on over on coffee times, talk some crypto. But we appreciate everybody. Almost 200 in the chat. Make sure to drop a like before we get on out of here. Make sure to check out DGen NFT. Check out our side on Twitter, Lost Art. Make sure to check out the event. And we got the Florida event coming up August 18th out in Daytona Beach. Also, before we get on out of here, I got a text number here that I would drop all the updates if you want to stay up to date. Sometimes YouTube doesn't set out announcements or notifications, so text that number there if you want to stay up to date. Every Sunday, 10:05 PST AM, extra bullish hour will be here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody on the platform. Berserker, Uncle Buster, Fuma Boys, our side. Stay bullish out there. Stay stacking. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Yay.
Opportunity of a lifetime, better seize it. Been getting to these bags all bear season. Eating, big bull season. Rise of the phoenix. 1% on me, they gon' call us genius. Busters want your bags and why they so mad? Your ass fell asleep like a quick nap. I told you wake your ass up, better get that. Generational wealth, yeah we got that. Holding those generational, generating big bags. Hypermotion lottery, hope you got to that bag. I be stuffing those bags. That's my generation, no big. Started at the bottom, rose up to the top. We changed the landscape, are you ready to rock? Back man, back fam, and the party don't stop. We went from working jobs, now we calling the shots. Mothership 589 and we bout to lift off. Gotta scoop more fam before we take off. Your back stacked up cause you feeling the pop. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, are you ready, no shot? I'm holding those generational, generating big bags. Hypermotion lottery, hope you got to that bag. I be stuffing those bags.